Welcome back to Instruments of Destruction, the game where we build instruments of destruction, and today I want to build a net that can encompass buildings and ensnare buildings, but not just any type of net. I want it to be a laser net. So that way, as it ensnares the building, it'll slowly, I think, deteriorate and destroy it from the inside of the net as the lasers slowly cut through it. At least that's the plan, that's the vision in my head, so let's see how easy or difficult it's gonna be to bring this vision into reality. So I think a good way to start is to just build a basic net first using the cables and stuff. I think I actually looked at a vehicle in the workshop a while ago that was like a net launching vehicle that used some type of cable or wire or things like that. So I think just building a standard net and seeing if I can get that to work is a good way to start. And then if that works, we can modify it to be a laser net. All right, now I gotta settle on which one of these rope style things to use. I think the heavy rope might be a little bit too thick. And, oh, that's weird. The mirror mode seems to not be working well for the ropes. So now if I try to put a block over here, it doesn't mirror it. Yeah, that does not work right. Oh boy, this might take a little bit longer than I thought since mirror mode doesn't want to cooperate. But yeah, if we look at that just looks way too thick of a rope there. So let's go back. Maybe wire? How does wire look? Oh, that looks good. I think wire might be it. But yeah, that's still having the mirroring issue over here. Okay, so the way that I'm doing this is I'm basically creating like a 7x7 grid of these blocks. So if I go sideways a little bit more, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I delete all the blocks in between, and then this way mirror mode is actually still serving its purpose for me because it's also doing it way over here, as you can see. And then I can attach the wire base using mirror mode in between all of the points to hopefully create a functional net. I might need to make this net a little bit thicker, but I could always add midpoints in these wires at any point, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue to do that. Let me go ahead and start off with this. All right, I think this is a good starter net here. When I spawn it in, it should just pretty much collapse on itself. All right, good. Looking like a net so far. What are all these? Oh boy, mirror mode did something bad here. Hold on, I gotta figure out where all these extra blocks are coming from. All right, it looks like mostly from the center. Yeah, so mirror mode must have duplicated some of these. There we go, there's one. Yep, there's one. All right, there we go. I think we should have no more spare blocks coming in here. Perfect. All right, that looks like a good net. That looks like a good net, to be honest. Now I gotta figure out how to get this thing to launch in a net fashion. And I think I have an idea for this. So I'm gonna put a release connector at each corner of the net, and with these corners, I'm going to attach them rigidly to my base over here using the power of flex beams. So I can go ahead and attach this corner just like that, and I can attach this corner just like that. So now when I spawn it in, it should pretty much, oh, I didn't realize how stretchy these ropes are. Ooh. All right, well, in that case, I'm going to put an additional one right in the center here just to give that extra bit of rigidity. And I can attach my flex beam just like that. All right, now let's see how this net feels. A little bit better. Kind of looks like how it would look if you were holding a net, to be honest. So now if I press E, the entire net should detach. All right, so now I can hold the net and detach the net. So now I need to be able to throw the net. By the way, one of the other features I haven't even tested out yet is I should have the ability to angle the net as well, like this. And I definitely need to make my base a little bit more heavy. There we go. That's a little bit more stable at least. Oh man, look at that. That looks so cool. Okay, so now the launching strategy. This is where things are gonna probably get a little bit more difficult, but my plan is to use the magnets versus steel orbs that are encased in like a cage. So it's going to have at each corner of the net a contained steel orb, and then hopefully if I have magnets at the center, it'll push all of the orbs away from the center, spreading the net out and pushing it forward at the same time. At least that is the game plan. Let's see how effective this is going to be. So if you're unfamiliar with the steel orb cage method, it's actually pretty easy. You just take these 6-way minis and these arc 90s and put the arc 90s at their minimum. And then you just literally create a cage, like a circular cage, kind of like this, using these arcs. And then you close in the end there, and then you can just add the steel orb in the middle. The steel orb doesn't actually attach to anything. It is free floating. So now we have steel orbs in cages like that, and they should be magnetized. So let's go ahead and add our central magnet here. Does this net have a center point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, right here looks like it's the center point. All right, and of course, I'm gonna put a bunch of overdrives down for these magnets. We wanna have a lot of power capability. I'm just gonna put 9 max power magnets right back here. All right, so now I'm hoping that this is gonna launch this thing. Let's press E and see what happens. Okay, that's the wrong magnet. Okay, I gotta adjust the controls on that. All right, so now as the magnets repel, it should release and go. Okay, oh no, I forgot a release connect. It's still connected up here. But, it kind of worked a little bit so far. Hold on, let me adjust this to also release at the same time. See if this makes a difference. All right, ready, repel. Oh, way too much, oh my goodness. That's already kind of insane. I think I need to move the magnets back a little bit more. It's too much of a spread from the start. If I have this back more, the direction is gonna be a little bit more focused forward. All right, let's see how this affects things. And go. Okay, I definitely need some attached block. Oh, that looks great though. It's already a little bit too deadly. Maybe I should weaken the magnets a little bit. You know what I realized I also need to do? I need these magnets to actually be attached to this mechanism, so when I aim, the magnets will aim with it. And that is where the power of flex beam once again comes into play. Just attach this like that. And now, as I aim the net, oh, well, I don't have that much freedom, but I can't aim it up and down. The magnets will actually point in the same direction. So that way I can aim up like this if I want to. And the net goes up. That is so cool. We haven't even introduced the laser portion yet. And already it's a little bit too destructive. Okay, so you know what I need to do? I need to put these magnets on, not toggle, but normal, so that when I let go of the button, I stop pushing the net. All right, so check it out. Now that I have easy control over when the magnets are active and not active, as I hold it out, the net spreads, and then as soon as I let go, it contracts again because they're no longer being pushed by the magnets, which actually makes it much more, I think it's gonna be a lot better if I can time it right. Here, let me actually get closer to the buildings and try this out. This looks a lot more intimidating now that I'm just like up close to the building like this. All right, ready, go. They spread too much. I need less buildings. Hold on, let me try to find another map here. All right, this might be a good test. All right, and launch. Oh, yes. Yes, it's too destructive. Adding the lasers is supposed to make it more destructive, but if this is the starting point, what am I working towards exactly? And oh boy, I just realized something unintentional happened here. When did this happen? Did I accidentally move? What? When did the... Oh no, oh, okay. All right, there we go. I accidentally moved the whole thing up or down and that messed up with the proportions. That should be better now. All right, I've added some attachment blocks so that way I can attach myself to the ground and check out the range on this net. You ready for this? Look at that. That is awesome right there. And I never actually really tried reversing the magnetic polarity to bring the net back. I mean, there's not much I can do with the net once I bring it back. It's not like it's gonna really spread out again that well into the air or anything, but I guess I could sweep the ground. All right, now that we have the net working, let's add some lasers and see what kind of difference it makes. I'm gonna save this version so I can switch back and forth between normal and laser net. And actually, I need to do a comparison test first. I wanna try to do a light toss of the net, something that's not from a super large distance, and something that I wanna just drape it over the building and see what happens. All right, ready? All right, that wasn't quite as strong as I wanted it to be as far as the throw. Let me try a little bit better this time. All right, and toss. There we go. All right, that's kind of the toss I want to do, because now you see the net is kind of resting on the building. So now when I add lasers to it, I'm hoping the lasers are gonna make that much more deadly and just annihilate the building kind of almost from the inside as it rests on it. I mean, this is kind of slowly doing that, but let's see what happens. So it would be cool if I could turn these into lasers, but then it wouldn't make any sense because they wouldn't be attached to each other, and they need to be attached to each other. So I think we're gonna make it a little bit more simple and just have the lasers facing the inside of the net, and it's gonna make more sense that way too, because then as the net engulfs the building, the lasers are gonna be actively pointing inside the net and towards the building. Whereas if they were here and it engulfs the building, the lasers would, I guess they would theoretically point away from the building and maybe not even do much. And also you have the fact that they're just, lasers are not attachment points, so we wouldn't really have a functional net at that point. But this is gonna add a lot more weight to the net as well, which does concern me a little bit. But how do we activate these lasers? They're on toggle. What does Q do? Oh, I'm gonna have to reverse them. There, oh my goodness, oh no. I just went to test if I had the right button attached to the lasers. Guys, this is, I don't know how this is gonna go. That was chaos. I think I need to adjust the distance on these lasers as well. Right now they're max distance, so they just go off into infinity. But let's see what happens here. Ready, go. The building was gone before the lasers got there. Yeah, look at that. I definitely need to make these lasers not so... I forgot about the length. I forgot the lasers had a length. The firing range needs to be adjusted drastically. All right, I think all the lasers have been adjusted. Let's do a quick test here. Oh man, they're so much heavier. It affects the net a lot. Not in a good way. Yeah, now, hold on. I gotta see. I gotta attach myself to the ground here. Aim this up a little bit. All right. Okay. All right, it still has the net functionality. That is a laser net right there. All right, well, let's see what happens. Get up to the building. Just use my attach blocks there. All right, and here we go. All right, that didn't quite work out. I thought it was going to work. I didn't quite make it to the building. Let's try again. Too bad I can't reload this net. Like, just re-pick it back up and attach it. All right, whoops. Don't worry about that. Let's aim up a little bit. All right, and throw. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness, it's too... Well, it definitely is more destructive. You saw, like, it rested on the building for a little bit, but like, it just got to the bottom before I even had a chance to see what was going on. The lasers are, they're too powerful. I'm gonna turn tough structures on, and I don't really know how structure collapses work, but I'm gonna turn structure collapses off. Hopefully that means it's not gonna collapse on its own as much as through actual laser power. So maybe this will help us get some more observable destruction rather than everything happening so quickly. All right, here we go, aim up. Let it get around the building. There we go. All right, let's observe what, man, the lasers? They're not bad, but I don't know what I expected for the lasers, but they're a little bit more erratic than I was thinking they were gonna be as far as where they're aiming. I was hoping they would just encompass the building and point towards the middle, but it makes sense that the net's not really that structurally sound. They're just kind of flopping all over the place. Okay, so now that we have tough structures on and building collapses or structure collapses off, let's do one more with this laser version, then revert back to the other version so we can have a fair comparison on how much the lasers are actually adding. All right, so this is about the distance. Let's keep track of this distance. Have it envelop. There we go. Let's watch what's going on here. It does seem to be gradually eating through more and more as it sits there, and with a pretty quick pace too. Like, even with this tough structures off on the regular net, it felt like it took more for just gravity to do its work, but now we kind of have laser action. All right, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good one. All right, now let's save this vehicle as the laser version and try the regular one and see if it's how much worse it is. All right, here we go. Back to regular net launcher. All right, and launch the net. Oh, wow. Whoa, look at the difference. Tough structures and structure collapses off. The net just rests. It just rests right on top. That's awesome. Now it actually looks more like a net. All right, I'm gonna turn the magnets back on. Have it rip through the building. That was actually pretty cool. That was really cool. I like that. So, one more time with that, and then back to the laser, because I knew there was gonna be a difference, but I didn't expect the building to be that sturdy with just the regular net. That was pretty impressive. All right, launch. That looks so good. All right, yeah, pretty similar results. It destroys what it's gonna destroy, and then it just rests on top. So, all right, let's go back to the laser version and confirm our destructive nature. All right, here we go. The only difference is now we are laser nets. Yes. So much more destruction. Look at it go. The lasers just cut through. Oh, there goes the other tower. Yeah, that is great. That is great. All right, and then I can do the magnets again, drag it across the ground. I can bring it back. There we go. What does it look like with the... I can't even see through all the debris what's going on here. Oh, look at that. That is a weird looking blob of mess right there. Go gadget laser net. That's totally what I've been doing. All right, and then just for fun, I don't think this is gonna work very well, but I'm gonna try a long distance shot, but I think the lasers themselves are gonna add too much weight here, but let's see what happens. All right, and go. Reach it. Oh, I mean, it kind of just threw a ball of lasers at it at that point because the net already contracted in on itself, so it wasn't really that great of a toss, I guess. All right, hold on a second though. What I just realized, I never tried to see what it's like from the building perspective. Here comes laser net. Oh! That was a cool perspective. That was a really cool perspective. One more time. All right, and launch. Oh, yes. That was one of the most destructive launches yet. Somehow, the towers weren't really affected. That's interesting, because I could have sworn it went around the towers. Huh. I gotta say, the reality actually matched up pretty well with what I was envisioning for this episode. I am very happy with how this thing turned out. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and do you have any other crazy ideas like this that you might like to see in future instruments of destruction creations and videos? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy some more that you can find on the end screen right here. Click this on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.